Good morning, everyone. You already know me, but I'll introduce myself to the new arrivals of the Financial Commission. My name is Robert Coleman, in charge of the Side Projects Department here at the Space Center. I am not going to dwell much on the matter, since you've been provided with the official documentation at the entrance. Please, I recommend you do not disperse it, as it is strictly confidential. Should it be approved, the agency and the government are not going to reveal any of the details to the public. If we're all, we may as well begin. Gentlemen, it is with great pleasure that I want to introduce the Helios project to you, the natural continuation of the Apollo program. A short forward. As you well know, the Apollo program isn't scientifically useful anymore. In addition, the costs of the program have suddenly gone beyond the limits established by the government, and the former President Nixon chose for cutting the budget. Well, you should know that this project is not going to cost as much as the Apollo program. We're going to work on it alongside the Space Shuttle program until it has taken on a life on its own. What is the Helios project about? We want to launch a spaceship with a crew capable of landing on the moon. Come on, don't look so shocked. We all know that the government has publicly stated that they will not send men on the moon without a convincing scientific and economic reason. The truth is obviously different, but we're getting to this point later. As I was saying, the spaceship is to perform some landings on the moon in order to gather the materials, mainly rocks and minerals to be studied. After that, it will use its engines to return, but not to Earth. That's right, gentlemen. You have understood. The Helios mission will be a transport between the Skylab and the lunar ground, while the Space Shuttle will bring down the materials, so that the three programs will be working at the same time. Part of the scientific experiments will be carried out aboard the Skylab, while here at the Space Center, the analysis will be completed, and we'll try to make money of it. You know what I mean, don't you? All of the project's technical sheets have been added to your dossiers. Thanks to the structures we had been building for the Apollo program, we managed to cut time and costs sharply. You know, recycling is the trend of the moment nowadays. Indeed, I knew you would ask the question, why do we need such a project? During the last few days, the coordinated mission Apollo-Soyuz has been very successful. The Americans helping the Russians in the space. Some already whisper about the end of the space race. We put a man on the moon, not the Russians. USA 1, URSS 0. It's not so easy though. The Russians are smarter than us, and they won't stop carrying out launches and experiments. They could even try to imitate us. What will we do then? We believe we should take a strategic and economic advantage from our technical superiority. You see, what the Helios mission is going to bring is not only a handful of pebbles to be shown in a museum. Imagine if it could bring us something precious. Imagine if it provided uranium supplies. There's plenty of it on the moon. Don't you think this could represent an advantage for our country? Now, think about the Space Shuttle. Even though we're still working on it and we haven't finished our tests yet, think about a Space Shuttle carrying panels and pillars. Think about a Helios spaceship taking them halfway at the Skylab and bringing them down to the lunar ground. Do you see what I see as well? Yes, a building, a base for human life on the moon. In a few years' time, we could have a hub just for us. Think about what we could do with it and the advantage our country will take. Please excuse me, I let myself go. But try to understand, we have secretly worked on this project for years. However, if you all agree on the budget, the Helios project is officially to begin today. The first launch is scheduled in 3 years. I suggest you take your time and read all the dossiers. For any question, my colleagues and I are available in the hall next door. As for the lunch break, Mrs. Hall will escort you to our reserved room. See you later, gentlemen, and remember, the future of our country and of the whole mankind passes through this room.